ADV. I'm going to do a short review of the CB500X 2020 and 2019. This is 10,000 miles. Review. So fantastic bike, really. Perfect for this type single track roads. Having had the bike just over 2 years and done 10,258 miles, mainly a lot of it single track Highland roads. The advantage of the bike is it's very nimble, plenty of power for the type of roads that I'm using it on, and obviously it being a 500X, when you're in the hill roads or in the woods, if you do happen to drop it, it's only 190 kilos, so you can pick it up yourself quite easily, actually. So that's probably the main advantage of the bike. I do a lot of the riding on my own, so if you're in the middle of the woods on your own and you drop the bike and you might have injured yourself, you need a bike that's light enough to lift, and this is definitely fits that bill. So these type of roads, fantastic for it. Okay, it's only 47 brake horsepower, but that's enough for the type of work that I'm using it for. If you want a bike that's absolutely perfect for the North Coast 500 road, this is obviously it. This is definitely the bike of choice. Light and nimble, plenty of power for the type of roads. You're sitting upright, comfortable, you cannot beat it. So thoroughly recommend the 2020 CB500X. There's very little to choose from between it and the 2019 version. Almost identical. 19-inch front wheel is the main difference, really. Okay. This is dropping down into foyers. Got the two CB500Xs here. We've got a 2019 version and a 2020 version. I'll talk a wee bit about the differences, but talk about what's been added to them. Okay, first of all, the 2020 version. It's got extension onto the front mudguard and hagger on the back extension, which are both pyramid. It's got GV crash bars on it with some spotlights and the radiator cover, a screen extension and the hand covers. Also got the Chinese bump plate on the bottom. Gives it a little bit of protection, but you can see with the salts hitting the front downpipes, and still it'll protect the bottom of the engine from stones, but the oil filter is still quite exposed. I haven't had a problem though, and the bike's done 10,000 miles, so I haven't had any issues with the oil filter getting damaged. Got a couple of wee spots on it. They're lifesavers. These wee spots, I'll put them on. They're on all the time for driving. They are a wee bit bright at night, so they're a bit of an issue at night, but definitely they're a lifesaver when you're going along the road, because cars do see you in the daylight, so it makes a heck of a difference in the sunshine. So that is a good thing. Also on it, I've got hand warmers, which are the Oxford hand warmers, just fitted over the grips. So they make a heck of a difference today, because it's like probably about 0 now, but it was -2 earlier on. So yeah, that's basically what's on this one. So I'll talk a wee bit about it when I'm driving, how it feels, how it rides. But great bike, fantastic bike for these kind of roads. Beautiful countryside. There's just fantastic roads. Talk a wee bit about the 2019 version. So difference between the two of them, 17-inch front wheel, and the 2021's got the 19-inch front wheel, so that makes a bit of a difference. They both got crash bars on them, hand guards, and extension on the screen, also the cover over the radiator grille, which is essential. The 2019 version had already had some sort of stone protection under the engine, which is quite good actually. It's actually giving it a bit of protection, albeit it's plastic. It's still stopping the stones coming up, and it actually has a lot more cover and protection to the oil filter. Not a huge difference between the two bikes. The 2019 doesn't have the LED lights, whereas the 2020 does. Both fantastic bikes to drive. They both got the aftermarket tyres on them. The 2020's got the TKC 80 Continental TKC 80 tyres, and the 2019's got the Rally STRs fitted to it. So Scorpion, Pirelli STRs, pretty good chunky tyres. Both tyres good for dual sport, off and on the road. This one particularly are slightly more chunkier than the TKC 80s, but I haven't had a problem with that. The main thing about the aftermarket tyres is the front tyre really. When you're off on gravel roads, the original Dunlop tyre give you no steering really. Bike wanted to go where it wanted to go. This the tyres fitted, so both of these tyres fitted actually give you quite a bit of steering control. So yeah, that's the difference between the two of them. I'll talk about a bit more when we're driving, but certainly fantastic bikes for this kind of countryside and this kind of way, this kind of roads. They're all going, that's good. See, if I get them going, I can start them and then cat them. We're going to try the 3 cameras again, see how it goes. That's us back on the 2 CB500Xs. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next video.